The tale of deaf education is a remarkable journey, one that has its roots deeply embedded in the 19th century. In those early days, the United States saw the establishment of its first schools for the deaf. These institutions sprouted from the determination and vision of pioneers who championed the cause of deaf education. They believed in the potential of every deaf child, and they were tireless in their pursuit of a system that would cater to the unique learning needs of these children. They were educators, innovators, and advocates all rolled into one. Amidst societal misconceptions and logistical challenges, they laid the groundwork for a system that would eventually reach every corner of the country. Their efforts marked the genesis of a powerful movement, one that would advocate for the rights and opportunities of the deaf community. Thus began a transformative journey in the field of education, setting the stage for a revolution that would forever change the lives of the deaf community. Fast forward to the year 1880, the world of deaf education was about to face a dramatic shift. At the heart of this change was the Second International Congress on Education of the Deaf held in Milan, Italy. Deaf educators from around the globe convened to discuss and shape the future of deaf education. However, a contentious decision emerged from the conference, a resolution to ban the use of sign language in deaf education. This decision echoed the belief of some educators that oralism, or teaching deaf individuals to speak and read lips, was superior to sign language. The implications of this resolution were far-reaching, as it meant deaf individuals would lose a crucial part of their identity and means of communication. Yet not all were in favor of this decision. Two notably defiant countries were the United States and Great Britain, both of which continued to utilize and advocate for sign language. This conference, while controversial, marked a significant turning point in the history of deaf education. While progress was being made, the shadow of segregation loomed large over the landscape of deaf education. In the United States, the battle for equality and integration was not limited to hearing individuals. The deaf community too was embroiled in its own struggle against segregation, a struggle that was particularly acute in schools for the deaf. Just as public schools were segregated along racial lines, so were schools for the deaf. Black deaf students were not allowed to attend classes with their white counterparts, even if they attended the same school. This segregation was not only physical but also linguistic, as black deaf students often had to learn different sign languages than their white peers. This created a double barrier, isolating them even further from their peers and the larger deaf community. The challenges faced by these students were formidable. They were denied equal access to education, isolated from their peers, and often faced harsher disciplinary measures. Yet, they persevered, fighting for their right to an equal education. Their fight for integration was a mirror of the larger civil rights movement, reflecting the societal changes of the time. These students stood at the forefront of change, challenging the status quo and pushing for a more inclusive and equitable education system. Their struggles and triumphs are an integral part of the history of deaf education, a testament to the resilience and determination of the deaf community. The struggle for integration mirrored the larger civil rights movement, reflecting the societal changes of the time. From its humble beginnings to its tumultuous middle, the history of deaf education is a testament to resilience and progress. After the era of segregation ended, the landscape of deaf education began to change dramatically. During the latter part of the 20th century, advancements in technology began to reshape how deaf students learn. The advent of hearing aids and cochlear implants opened new doors, while the development of assistive technology like captioning and text-to-speech software further broadened the horizons of deaf education. Simultaneously, the philosophy of education started to evolve. The focus shifted from seeing deafness as a deficit to be corrected, to recognizing and celebrating it as a unique cultural and linguistic identity. This led to the rise of bilingual bicultural education programs where deaf students are taught in both sign language and the written form of the country's spoken language. Looking ahead, the future of deaf education seems bright and promising. The fight for equal access and opportunities continues. There is a growing push for inclusive education where deaf students learn alongside their hearing peers. Technology continues to evolve, opening up even more possibilities. The story of deaf education is far from over. It is a journey of resilience, progress, and a testament to the human spirit's indomitable will to learn and grow.